Coffee Talk. I am first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. It is a cloudy and damp start to the day. Sorry, don't have any better news for you. As a matter of fact, we're going to be through the morning broadcasting with you, but we're going to be cycling through on the bottom left corner of your screen, and you can see it over there now, our live radar and, of course, temperatures across town because it is a chilly rain. It's not a nice setup. I wish I had better information for you, but it's more of a Seattle-esque day than a Central Florida day. So let's get right out to our tower cam perspective. And you can see the gray skies. We're looking over Disney Springs, some rains moving in. Look at that wider perspective on the bottom left corner. We'll show it full screen, but that is all of the moisture that's moving in from the Gulf of Mexico. All right, temperatures are chilly across town. Let's talk about them, shall we? Currently sitting at 52 degrees at Orlando International Airport. We are at 47 degrees in Ocala, 46 in Palm Coast, 48 degrees in New Smyrna Beach. So it is a chilly start to the day. And frankly, temperatures are not going to move a ton because of all of the cloud cover kind of protecting us from getting much sunshine, at least protecting, meaning we're just not going to get it. Take a look at that day planner forecast. I wish I had better information for you. I really do. From a couple of showers this morning to wide coverage of afternoon showers, we'll watch that rain coverage continue to spill through town. So as we make our plans today, make plans to include the umbrella, the raincoat, whatever the case may be, because yeah, it's going to be one of those wetter days. Pat, good morning to you. Frankie, good morning. Jamie, how are you? Tim says it's a 3-layer day on the Burris scale. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yesterday was like a 4 or 5-layer day. But today I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to have to add the raincoat. And I do think, actually, while we're talking about this, let me shoot an email to the boss. All right. Maybe I'll end up in the weather lab today. I think today would be a good day to do it. You can see all those showers that are moving through. So let's bring up our first warning Doppler radar and kind of get an idea of what these showers are doing. You can kind of see that moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. And frankly, there are some heavier pockets of rain around. Let's start off by looking out into the Gulf, and you can see all of that moisture. But as we come into the metro, it's lighter in nature. Yeah, that's probably the best look at it, yeah. So you can see some of these little pockets of heavier rains down around Kissimmee, St. Cloud on the south side of Orlando. Nothing strong, nothing severe. And as a matter of fact, we're not expecting there to be strong or severe, but it is going to be these pesky showers. And even in Kissimmee's case, little downpour pockets, frankly. So yeah, clouds around. Tiffany says this wet cold is the worst. It's true, though at least we don't have to deal with, like severe weather, right? And we don't have to concern ourselves with this mixing from rain to snow or anything like that. It's just rain. And today, if you see rain in a street light, in a breeze, it's not snow. If I need to get into the specifics of it, okay, but it's not snow. Dawn says cloudy Ocala, but yeah, there you go. Tanya, it's a beautiful day. I love when it's cold and damp. Oh, really? Terry, am I outside? I am outside. Yeah, I did come outside today. And actually, I can see there's a little bit of rain. I could see the water in the pool. Yeah, I mean, it's cold. Don't get me wrong. It's a cold day, but I've got the long sleeves on. I'm like, I'll do coffee talk outside. It's not that bad. Yeah, and it's not that bad. And you can kind of see as we move up through the metro, we'll just kind of scoot it up to the north. You could see into Seminole County, little pockets of rain. Now, granted, the radar may be overdoing it just a little bit. If we come over to our, yeah, so this is our Orlando International Airport radar. It's the closest one. That's kind of, we'll have to tweak our radar around a little bit, but you can see these little light pockets of rain moving in. Yeah, that's a little bit of a better. I'll have to tweak our radar. It looks like it's a little overdone, but you kind of get the overall idea. There's these little spits of showers coming in through town. So what's going on? What is the overall weather perspective today? All right, let's take a look at the bigger perspective. There's some dogs are not happy over there. Left side of the screen, and I'll just kind of move this for a second. Yeah, you can see a storm system out around Louisiana. But out ahead of that storm system, all these clouds and all this moisture. So through the day today, yeah, we're going to be watching that moisture marching on through. So, and we already showed you the day planner, but we'll bring it back up again just to kind of reiterate. Rain chances gradually on the increase. So how can we zero in on things hour by hour? Well, of course, we've got our Futurecast model that's going to help us to kind of fine-tune your day. Let's start off with what things look like right now. And the model's kind of saying, yeah, there's showers around. There's certainly showers around. So, you know, plan for that, right? Watch through time how through the day today we go and get little waves of more energy, like into the afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You could see some of the darker greens around. So there's going to be even more moisture. The model's saying this is going to be a time frame where there's going to be impact weather. And yeah, that's also for our afternoon commute. So we do think that there is going to be impact weather for our commute. That's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, and then through the afternoon into the evening, there's 8 o'clock, still with the rains. Let's go to 9, 10 o'clock, starting to clear out a little bit. And overnight, while it starts to clear out, it's not going to completely clear out. You know, this is just the kind of a weather pattern that gives us, we call it getting sick weather. At least I've always called it getting sick weather. It's not the kind of weather that you love, you know? It's just not. There's that storm system through the afternoon, funneling in moisture to Central Florida as it scoots on through town. We just continue to get that moisture around through tomorrow, and then finally it looks like it starts scooting out tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening, and we're going to just get another kind of reiteration of cooler and drying air. It's not going to be perfectly dry because we're going to keep that moisture in play at least right along the shoreline, but at least it helps us out just a little bit. So when we talk about the rain chances, okay? When we talk about the rain chances these next couple of days, kind of an interesting little scenario. 80% coverage of rain today. We're going to start to taper it off tomorrow. But notice we don't clear it out. Thursday and Friday, we are going to keep those showers in the forecast, right? So just keep that in mind. Yeah, there's going to be showers around. And then this weekend, let's take a minute here and let's just look at the 7-day forecast. And then we'll go back in depth, okay? Because the forecast this weekend looks particularly interesting, okay? You can see the rain today, even the rain tomorrow, kind of drying out a little bit, but it gets cooler again into the weekend. Now, the weekend forecast, so there's a front coming in around Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you know, give or take. The models are going completely bonkers with that one. Seriously. And that's where it's going to be interesting. Because if that plays out that way, we could be talking about even colder temperatures than what we've seen these last several days, which have been the coolest of the season. So we're going to have to take a look. We're going to have to take a look at those raw models here in a second. You know, I always love looking when there's interesting stuff. Chrissy, good morning to you. Marcia, good morning. Kenneth says, Blue Jay, male, said good morning to you moments ago. Really? You can tell? I mean, I heard the birds chirping. I've got to be honest, any opportunity to come on my back patio, this is my favorite place in the house. I love it. I do. Tiffany, are the models still going crazy for cold this week? Oh, we were just talking about that. Yeah, when you look at it, it's going to be kind of funny. Seriously, it'll be funny. Frank says you had your radar cranked up. Well, we tweaked it. Every weather scenario is different, and we tweaked it for this weekend, so obviously I need to go in and retweak it for today. It's, you know, having your own radar is not just being able to say, we've got our own radar. There's a lot of work that goes into it. A lot of work that goes into having your own radar. Beverly says, love the birds chirping in your background. I do too. That's one of the reasons, I mean, I love my house, don't get me wrong, but I'm most comfortable, I'm happiest when I'm on my back patio. This is my paradise, period. With the birds chirping, the clouds around. I think it's the perfect place to do coffee talk too. I think so, at least. Beverly says we need the rain, which is true. We do. We do. Linda, was your dad's move uneventful, I hope? Yes. Yeah, it was. I can chat more about him in a moment, but yes, it was uneventful. Jeannie says, oh, this moisture already makes us enjoy the sunny days that much more. It's true. If you didn't have the peaks, you wouldn't have the valleys. If you didn't have the valleys, you wouldn't have the peaks. So, yeah, agreed. Judith, what's my dog's name? Stella. Sweet Stella. All right, so let's talk about today, and then let's look at some of those models ahead. Jackets this morning, 100%. Through the afternoon, rain gear. And I seriously, I mean, it's just going to be a cold, wet, crummy day. By Florida standards, this is not going to be a beautiful one. This is going to be a, man, we love the sunshine and the sunshine state kind of day. It's going to be a day where you're just not going to be happy with it, you know? It is what it is. Frank says, as long as the pool heater's... Oh, yeah, the pool heater's off. The water temperature in my pool is at like 56 degrees. Yeah. Denise, indoors today doing all the things I make excuses for when the sun is shining. Very good. I appreciate that. Barbara Ford, good morning. Raining here and cold. Indeed, it is. Pool pump did just turn on. I can hear it. Did we have snow yesterday morning? I sent you a video. I didn't get a video, but I could tell you we did not get snow. Yeah, no. We had cold air, a ton of frost, but there was no moisture. So no, we did not get snow at all. Coffee Talk is the best show in town. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's look at the 7-day forecast. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's do... All right. So the weather picture this weekend includes a cold front moving through. So there's that cold front on Friday, all right? Cold front on Friday moves through, and by Saturday morning, the front is south of us. Notice up on the very top where it says Raleigh. Notice there, you've got whites and pinks. Yeah, could be talking about another snowstorm for the mid-Atlantic, okay? But that's ushering in cold air to central Florida. Now, the models are going back and forth in just how cold that air is. So give me a few seconds to dial this up. Give me 2 seconds. I know. Stand by one, Houston. I want to look at temperatures, surface temperatures. There we go. Minimum. Okay. All right. Perfect. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. So this is raw. This is raw computer model data. Okay. Raw computer model data for our area. And top left, GFS. Initialized 6Z, so that's a 6Z run. All right, top right now, valid 6Z Wednesday. So what we're looking at here, just so that we're all on the same page, this is 24-hour minimum temperatures, okay? All right, let's roll through time. I'm doing this on purpose. All right, here we go. Yeah. So Saturday morning, but look at Sunday morning. That is what the GFS is showing for Sunday morning. Near freezing up north, upper 30s, lower 40s in the metro. Yeah. And then Monday morning, more of the same. Now, that's the current run of the GFS. Let's go back a model run. Pretty consistent. Pretty consistent. Sunday morning, pretty consistent. Even colder, actually, if you go back several model runs, okay? All right, so that's the GFS. Now, I will tell you that I need to preface this before I put this up on screen. Computer models are guidance, not gospel, okay? I need to preface that, because I'm going to show you the morning low temperatures according to the European model this weekend. And it's almost laugh-worthy, all right? So here it is, the European model. That's Saturday morning, okay? There's Sunday morning. 25 in Ocala, 28 in Orlando, 30 in Kissimmee, 30 in Sanford. Again, asterisk, the Euro doesn't, I don't think the Euro does temperatures as well as the GFS, but you're probably going to see some social media hype about some fake people and all this, you know, fake meteorologists. It's freezing this weekend. A computer model is a computer model, okay? If you go from the 0Z to the 12Z, it has been consistent, okay? The European. And then if we look at Monday morning, yeah, I mean, Monday morning, it's showing 25 in Ocala. It's showing 28 in Orlando. At the International, 30. And 30 degrees back over to Sanford. So it's showing that big chill. So one of the things that we can do, and this is kind of a neat tool, is what's called the National Blend of Models, okay? The NBM. Let me get this ramped up here, 24-hour minimum. So the National Blend of Models takes all of that data and kind of just blends it. And it gives you just a nice, easy blend, okay? So based on that, this is what the National Blend of Models is showing for Sunday morning. 20s in Ocala, 30s in the metro, and then by Monday morning, 30s and 30s, right? So the National Blend of Model is taking in the fact that the Euro is way over here, that the GFS is over here, and it's kind of blending it, okay? The National Blend of Models, the NBM, is a really wonderful little piece of weather phenomena. It's not phenomena, obviously, but it's a great weather tool. If you're just looking to find, it's essentially averaging out the American, the European, all the Canadian, all of the GEM, all of the different models. It's taking all of them and mashing them together in terms of a blend, and it just gives you an idea. Okay, so for what it's worth. Is it possible to do a wide shot futurecast encompassing Tennessee over the next few days? Yeah, we could take a look at that, Brian. Absolutely, my friend. Nancy says, looks like typical weather for this weekend's Rolex 24 at Daytona. Yeah, we've got the 24 hours of Rolex. Actually, I made the forecast for it yesterday. Let me find that. I know I did it. Here's the forecast. All right, so if you're heading out to the Rolex anyway, we want to make sure to update you on that. And yes, we will take a look at the wider shot, the weather type forecast. But there's the Rolex 24 forecast. Yes, it looks great. It's going to be chilly, but start and finish is a little different. 140 instead of 3. I feel like it was always 330. It's 140 this year, interestingly enough. Tiffany, oh my goodness, you know it's extreme when he has to pause to warn us before he shows us anything. Well, but you know, it's like the models are going crazy, and to that point, to that point, people are already posting about it, and I just want to make sure, to control expectations here, right? Like the models, especially the European, I don't personally think that the European does a good job in the temperature department. I never have. I just never have. Will Denellen get rain today? Billy's asking. Yes, more than likely you will. Vanessa's life. I wish you would blend it and bring some heat. I'm cold. I get you. I'm kind of in the moment regretting sitting outside. I mean, I'm enjoying the patio, but I'm also kind of like, it's a little cold out here. John, 50 and drizzle in Castleberry. Very good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Anyone get any rain yet? It was lightly sprinkling earlier. Not anymore at my house. Nancy says, you are not wrong. It did used to be in the 3 o'clock hour. Okay, I was going to say, like, when I checked the forecast, I was like, I feel like it used to be like 3 or 3:30, something like that. Nancy, are we going to have near 70 anytime soon? I need to release some butterflies. We don't have 70s on the 7-day forecast at all. Let me show this, and then I will take a look at I forget who was asking for the wider shot of the Futurecast. But yeah, I mean, you can see we'll be near it Thursday, Friday, and then it gets cold again. It's a chilly setup, right? It is. It's a chilly little setup. All right, let's do this. Let's pull in. We'll do this. All right. I'll just use the GFS because it's a little easier. Raw GFS model for the Southeast United States, and this is what we call precip type. So top left, GFS, quarter degree, initialized 6Z, 3-hour QPF by type. So that's 3-hour precipitation by type. Then you're looking at mean sea level pressure, and then you're looking at thickness level. So it's a lot of weather jargon, but follow through time. So here we are. There's that storm system moving into Florida, and you can see it's all green, so it's all rain. 540 line stays north of us. That's Friday, 12Z in the morning. Look out near Texas. Next storm system firing up, getting into the Gulf. Meanwhile, off the coast of the Outer Banks there, storm system developing and starting to bring in some snow, it looks like, to the Carolinas, Virginia, and bombing out just off the coast of New England. Yeah, so that's going to be a mess for them. Certainly glad we live in Florida where we don't have to watch the 540 line and have to figure out if it's going to snow in our area. You know what I mean? That's just me, though. I'm sure I'm not alone. We all live in Florida. Becca sending good vibes your way. Carolyn says, Four Corners had steady rain about 10 minutes ago. Judith says, watch out for frozen iguanas. That's more of a South Florida thing, but in some of our areas, sure. Terry says, I neglected to say good morning all. That's okay. That's okay. Good morning. It's okay. Look, we're all operating on half pace. It's chilly outside, you know? It's okay. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Carolyn says that 540 line is an evil thing. Ah, yes. So, Chris, what does the 540 line mean? Essentially, that's thickness, and it's kind of, if you look at this map here, you see how, like over Florida, there's that 552 is in red, and then above it is 556, and then you see how just north of Jacksonville, the line turns blue. That's the 540 line. That's essentially when you get thicknesses at 540 or so, that's where you start to talk about cold enough air that, you're talking about freeze, you're talking about snow, winter precipitation. When you get into that 540 line, you start having to deal with a whole bunch of other stuff that we don't like to deal with in Florida. And it's kind of one of those things that when you look in weather, it's a quick litmus test. If nothing else, and by the way, if there's anything that you'd like to add to that, Carolyn, please, by all means. But yeah, it's kind of a quick eyeball litmus test. When you see that 540 line around you, it's cold. And if there's rain overrunning that cold, then things are not good. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Glad that we're not talking about having to deal with moisture when that 540 approaches us, right? That's not the Florida that I know and love. Ugh. Murray says, remember to be in the sunshine. Yeah, absolutely. Anna, good morning to you. Debbie, I'm here late. G's was vacuuming. That's okay. Real life is more important. Today, I wish that I had better news for us in the weather department. I really do. I don't, but I wish I did. Robin, good morning. Coffee Talkers from work at Palm Coast Ford. Good morning to you, Robin. I was up in Palm Coast this weekend. It was so cold. Nancy says, have a great day, everyone, and don't forget your umbrellas. So true. It's a chilly rain. High today of about 50. The temperatures are just not going to move much. And we're going to be watching, as I showed on Futurecast earlier, just rain on again and off again through the day. Storm system kind of lingers around tonight and tomorrow and then kind of gradually works out. We get a little milder Thursday, Friday. And then, yeah, this weekend, it'll be interesting to see how especially Sunday morning plays out. But even Sunday morning into Monday morning, it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. So, yeah. Interesting stuff. How's Dad? I didn't get a chance to see him yesterday because it took so long to get him transported, but he was transported, and I'm grateful for it. He was transported, so he is now much closer. He's in the Orlando area, so I don't have to travel all the way over to DeLand to see him. Transport went fine. And yeah, so I believe that the visiting hours are like 2 o'clock. So I have to you know, I have to. What I'll just do is I'll work through my lunch break at Wesh, and then at 2 o'clock I'll zippity doo dah on over there, and then get back to Wesh in time to do our afternoon update. But yeah, so he's just got a lot of rehab ahead of him. But from what my brother Frank said, and Frank, you're here. But what my brother Frank said to us is that he was able to communicate. He had, you know, as soon as he got to the hospital, he had something he needed to do. He was able to communicate that to Frank. Frank was able to communicate that to the nurses, and they took care of it. So it sounds like it's going to be just a very, but again, I've said this a lot. Like, the guy took a half an hour to make a sandwich for us when we were kids. So of course it's going to take forever for him to get back, but that's okay. Little by little, he'll get there. And so, yeah. So what that probably means is that he's going to be there for a little while, and then when we can get him out, we'll get him out. That's all. I am so grateful for all of the positive vibes, the prayers, the thoughts, everything. I got my Christmas miracle. I got my New Year miracle. You know, my old man is still hanging on, and has been fighting like hell, honestly. So I'm so grateful to you for all of your good vibes, and know this, that as soon as he's well enough, I'm at least going to get him to pop on to Coffee Talk, even if it's just for a second or two. Just a wave or a picture, or so, even if it's just a picture. I'll take a picture even, you know, because his vocals are probably not going to be good for a little while, so maybe we don't have him on video. Maybe we just take a smiling picture of him when he can. Until then, just know that I appreciate you, and I'm sure he does too, you know. So thank you very much. Thank you so much for everything. All right, you can see in the bottom left corner, there's that storm system rolling through. It's going to be a crummy day today. Cold rains. I will be posting on Twitter throughout the day to update you, and I'll post every now and then on Facebook. The Facebook algorithms just are not as good, but I'll be posting to keep you updated, all right? In the meantime, be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you for the afternoon coffee talk at about 3:30 or so. And in the meantime, stay warm, stay dry, my friends. Thank you for everything. We'll talk to you later.